Hi guys, I'm Sushi Brownie, and we are with Alejandro Cu. Okay, bro, you can introduce yourself.
Uh, Hi, supporters of Sushi Brownie. My name is Alejandro Cu, or in short, you can call me Ali.
Okay, so for those who doesn't know, Ali was the director of our club during senior high school, the TMOG. It's a Tamaraw Media Operations Group. So, what could you tell us about being a leader on that group, on that club?
Actually, it was out. Sorry.
It's
Actually,
okay.
I was the president that time, and
Mm-hmm.
you were one of the directors there. So,
Oh,
if everyone's wondering like how did me and Sushi Brownie end up as friends, is because he was one of the directors for our units, and I was the president there. So,
yeah.
yeah, good times. So, what was your question again, Sushi Brownie?
What would you say would be the hardest thing about being the leader, the president of a club?
That's actually a really tough question. Besides, like the tough answer you could get, but honestly, like one of the hardest things a leader could actually encounter, like a problem that they may encounter, is like trying to get their group together, because we all know that in a group there are a lot of people who are very very different. Like they're different in terms of what
Yeah.
they want to do, in terms of what they actually like, what they have, like what's the passion they have in their bodies. Like some
Yeah.
just want to do this and that, while some just only want to do this much but want to gain this big appreciation, right? So the hardest thing in being a leader is trying to get your group together like a family. And in order to solve that, Sushi, it's more on the idea of being that person who would take the first step, if you know what I
Mm,
mean.
yeah, I get it. I get it. So, one of the hardest things would be collaborating pretty diverse people and taking the first step in starting something. Yeah,
That's
okay,
true.
okay. Okay. Okay, so what do you think would be the best qualities of a leader? Like, should they be patient? Should they have empathy to people?
Well, honestly, when you mentioned empathy and the other one, those are actually one of the characteristics of being a leader. But out of all things, being a leader is basically mostly empathy, because without the trait of empathy, you won't really understand on how would you be a member, how would you be a person who, like, for me, as someone who also has a higher up, I would, if I were the higher up, I would not know. If I had no empathy and I was the higher up, I would not know how would he feel or she feel. So basically, I with with the trait of empathy comes also the trait of understanding, patience, and even you would like think about it like, if I give this task, how would I know that this person would be able to achieve it? But not just that, not just achieving it, but how would I know that this person could excel? How would I know this person could learn from this project? So it's mostly the empathy in a sense of being understanding and concerned about the person. Not just through the stress that it gives, but also the things that they could learn from that.
Yeah.
Because after all, for every project, it's not about investing about how that project would like end up, right? It's more about investing in how these people who helped out in this project would learn and would over like what would happen to them after this project. Because projects bring people together, and bringing people together makes you learn from one another. So empathy it is.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. What is your definition on empathy? Because my own definition of empathy would be putting yourself on others' shoes, right?
Hmm.
Just looking on their point of view, their perspective. So, what would be
Yeah.
your definition of empathy?
Empathy is defined as something like what you just said, being in someone else's shoes. But for me, like if I could have my own definition,
Mm-hmm.
it's more of not just the shoes, right? It's also in the like how would this person see it? How would this person feel it? Because
Mm,
walking through the talk, walking through the task, or doing the task is different from feeling it and doing it
yeah.
and seeing the progress of it. So it's really more than just the shoes, like being in someone's shoes. It's definitely the whole human, like the
Yeah.
whole what do you call that, the whole embodiment of the person, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, his think way of thinking, you gotta understand it, and
Yeah.
if he does something, you gotta know the underlying cause of why he did that in order to properly understand why he did what he did, right? So yeah. Okay. um Apa ba? uh if I may ask, what would be
Mhm.
your passion right now?
You know, with when it comes to passion, like the first thing that comes in my mind is idea. Like you would really, you really ask what is the idea of passion for you, because everybody has their own different kind of passion, right?
Yeah.
And with passion, comes action, and action comes like the product, the fruit of all the labor. But if
Yeah.
you would ask me, what's my passion, like as a student leader and an artist who's currently actually here in FU Alabang Multimedia Arts student, it would actually center on the thought of idea, mainly because many people think about ideas, their own ideas, as lame, but even though it's actually good.
Yeah.
So my I guess I could say that one of my passions, like in the whole scope, is making sure that every person's idea, making sure that people would think that their idea is good, because every idea is good as long as they know how to make it work. So if I keep on, pushing that to people, letting people know that, then I am sure that those ideas that they have can make a big difference, not just to themselves, but also to the person who they probably know. Because if he can do it, I can do it. If I can do it, you could do it. So it's basically just a domino effect of everything, everyone's passion. So, if, for example, I'm passionate about doing videos, I would do it because I can make it work. Like you,
Yeah.
you're passionate about doing podcasts and everything, and you could do it because you can make it work. You got a Zoom here, you got a platform and everything, because you know how to make it work. So, if I continue to spread that passion, the passion of spreading passion, and the passion of making people's ideas valid, then I guess it will be a wonderful world.
Yeah, I mean,
Rainbows.
yeah. Rainbows all around the world. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's great. So like spreading passion is your
Mhm.
passion.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's basically it.
Yeah.
If
And
people are wondering, like me, they're probably meaning like the fashion, the clothes, and bro, that's not me. That's definitely not me.
yeah. Um Going back to leadership, how do you cope with the stress and the responsibilities of being a leader?
Bro, when you mentioned about stress and expectations and everything, I totally
Mhm.
have to agree that it really happens to being a leader, because it's not only the people who are like in your group would expect from you, but also the people above you would like say, oh no, I hope
Yeah.
I hope this guy makes a move. I hope this guy does the, it's really hard. But you know, the only way you can actually overcome this pressure and this stress or the expectations is by just doing it as you please. And at the same time, when you do it, you should really do it wholeheartedly. You can't really, half-ass the thing you
Yeah,
do.
you can't really
Yeah,
half-ass it.
get half-assed, because your name is in it's what do you call it, embossed in that
Embodied.
project,
Yeah.
embodied in that project. It's like just there. So if this one flops, like you were the one who made this, so it's basically gonna fall back to your name. So
Yeah.
the only way to battle, like to fight those thought, that feeling of being pressured, or the feeling that people are really expecting much from you, is that to continue it with a full heart, plenus pectus. If you're familiar with the Latin, I'm not sure if it's Latin, but I believe it's Latin. The plenus pectus, uh, fighting with your whole heart, at the same time making sure that this project would push through regardless of what problems may come. Like if you're really passionate about doing it, you would do anything to fix it, right?
Yeah, yeah. The effort that you would put in would be tremendously, exponentially more,
That's
right?
true, bro. And with more, sushi brownie, it's not really more about just me, because like the pressure and expectation, it's not only centered to me. That's
Mm,
if example I was the one given that kind of pressure and expectation. I think also one of the ways that you can like like overcome these or fight through these is actually
yeah.
bringing in people with you,
Mm,
because leader is not being doing things alone. Leader
yeah,
is
that is
doing things
true.
together. So if I as a student leader, I could bring in people together and patch the holes that I do not have, and I could patch theirs. You know what I'm saying? Then
Yeah,
afterwards, if example there's expectations, at least these expectations could be divided properly. And at the same time, if there's pressure, this pressure wouldn't be that much because we're packed. Like
yeah,
imagine a bottle, you put some stones in it, and then you put like air. The whole bottle would not be filled with air because there's a lot of rocks there. So
yeah,
basically, bringing in people together and not centralizing everything on you would definitely make a big difference in like, sorry, would make a big difference in like overcoming that pressure and expectations from other people.
yeah, that is true. And when it comes to bringing people in, and you could divide the pressures, right? And you could
Yes,
divide the responsibilities. And with what you said, the holes, it's like we are looking at it, we are supporting each other's backs, right? what
that's
you
true.
what skill set uh, what skill set you don't have, I'll help you on it. And what skill set I don't have, you can help me on it. It's like collaborating to make our project better
That's true.
than before. Yeah.
And bro, with that, like in this group, in the group, a leader couldn't just be one usually. Like in a group, assuming you like during our back in senior high, you and I were in the same org. In a group, you're not just members. Like okay, sure, I am your president, but I'm not the leader. I'm not the only leader here. Maybe the guy who's guiding you, sure, that I am the guy who's guiding you. But in that pack, you, Kaiser, Tin, and everybody else, you guys are leaders already. So I guess it's not just spreading the stress and expectations, but also spreading that leadership, because
Yeah.
there's like a leader inside of every one of us, bro.
Yeah, that is true. And most people, I guess most people is afraid of being a leader because of the responsibilities. But once you taste being a leader, it's really fulfilling, right? Because
Yes, bro.
once you experience being a leader, it somehow changes your point of view in life, right? It makes you a better person because you could know how to manage people, the time, the pressure. So yeah, if you have for the viewers and listeners, if you have a chance to become a leader, go for it and don't be scared. If mistakes come your way, just learn from it and try not to do it again in the future.
That's true, bro. Well said, bro. Well said.
Yeah. Okay. So going back, you're taking MMA for college right now?
Yeah, I'm actually taking MMA here in FEU.
FE Labang, our old school. And
Yes.
what made you love MMA?
Ooh, bro. Besides that, like being the only course I think would fit me in FE Alabang, and besides FE Alabang just being a walking distance for me,
Yeah,
I think it's because for the love of art. Like
the
right
art.
now, like here, besides me being attracted to like art, like having the passion to do art by myself, or like seeing art himself, like itself, it's just that there's something in me. There's something in me when I look around the Philippines, like in my country, that I don't usually see people giving credit to artists, or like artists don't really get that much
Yeah,
attention, but the art does. And would you believe that art is one of the most low paying, like not really low paying. Like if you would see there's like an article, I forgot where, but it says that like art is one of the most useless jobs. But in fact, the exact page of that magazine is made by an artist. So I was like,
Yeah,
how is this possible, right? So with that, so this driving passion for me to fulfill multimedia arts here in my school is not just centralized on me learning, but also maybe leaving a mark as well for not just for me, but for artists that
for other
every artist could
artists.
be recognized as well, right? I mean, bro, you're an artist too. Like right now,
Yeah,
this thing you're
yeah,
doing, this is a work of art. And trust me, whether we look on either side, what they're going to see is probably, oh, is this person famous? Oh, is this person really good? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. I
it
get
it
it.
really it just really you just really need to. There should be at least one step towards that change, that like art really matters, bro.
Yeah, and I do believe that artists right now are so undervalued, right, and underpaid even for some, for the majority. So yeah. So we talked about leadership, college, uh, business. Are you planning to do any business right now to support
Ooh.
art artists?
Well, actually, when you speak about business, it's like something really quite hard to do as the moment because many
Yeah.
businesses are dead. Like pandemic, bro. It's a pandemic, so
Yeah.
like it's really difficult to move around, like the move around how the business endeavor does, like normal ones. Like
Yeah.
now you have to consider careers and everything. So if ever like you'd ask me if I'm gonna plan on doing businesses,
Mm-hmm.
probably yes, but not now. Not
Not
now.
now.
Maybe not.
Okay.
Maybe when I'm actually stable or something, or when this pandemic's over. Who knows how long this last, right?
Yeah. Okay. But would you be open for commissions if ever someone ask you to?
Oh, right now, yeah, actually, I would that would be a great thing to do for like pandemic wise. But based on my workload as of the moment, like if you guys, my calendar's right here, it's like
Yeah.
really packed, like really packed with things to do. So maybe yeah, I would definitely do some commissions as well. Mostly for I guess mostly it's either for concept arts, like like the ideas or whatnot, or probably even just video ads or something. Maybe something like that. I would do.
Yeah, okay, okay. So for anyone interested on on commissioning Ali, I'll put the link below in the description box. So yeah.
Actually, if you guys are actually interested, like in seeing one of my fellow performing artists, you can check out the Soya channel there. I'm gonna send the link to Sushi Brownie
Okay.
later on. You guys can check it out. I'm helping out these artists perform online, and because I believe like in the saying that we this like the Filipinos like just keep on doing things they want to do, like regardless of what situation is. So if you could look it up, Soya Channel, that's like a collaborative work of one, two, three different art four. Actually, we're just keep it growing or keep it growing.
Oh, that's
Different
great.
artists performing live. Most some for charity, some for charity, some for mostly charity actually, focused on charity actually, but it really scatters from like a pack to individuals and everything. So if you guys could
Yeah.
check it out, yeah, man,
Yeah,
I see
and
it there.
that's for a great cause, bro. It's for
Yes, bro.
charities and for
It's trying
supporting
times.
artists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Oh, and going back to your schedule, it seems that it's really packed, bro. So I
Yes,
would
bro.
like to ask, what do you do for time management?
Ooh, time management, bro. That's probably something I'm really having a hard time with right now because
Yeah.
in this pandemic, it's like really difficult to keep track of the time. Like we just want to look here, it's 1 o'clock, but the next time you look back, it's six. Like, oh my God, the 6 hours passed. Like 6 hours passed that quick. And at the
Yeah.
same time, when you're doing something like you really like you will not even notice the time. But when you hate it,
Yeah.
it's like stay forever.
It's
Like,
taking
what I'm saying?
forever, right? Yeah.
So maybe if you're gonna ask me how I manage my time, no, um, maybe I set certain dates where I do things, and this one is one example. The calendar itself, having a
Yeah.
calendar next to you basically keeps you in track of what you're trying to do. Like, oh, I'm doing this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or something like that. And that's for the days. But in terms of time, like exact 1 p.m., 2 p.m.,
Yeah.
3 p.m., you just gotta like find the time where you're actually this creative. Example, for example, I feel mostly creative by 8 p.m. So I'm gonna write it down 8 p.m. So okay, what am I gonna do for 8 p.m.? Oh, I'm gonna do art. I'm gonna like this. So it's basically finding your
Yeah.
time.
Within the
But
day.
yes, within the day. But it doesn't mean like, example, I feel like doing this. Okay, let's do it. No, no, no. That's difficult. That's difficult.
Yeah,
Unless
that
you're
is.
free,
Yeah.
but you see, people really have their own sense of time, so there's no really proper formula on doing time management,
Yeah.
unless you're like a guru and then he tells you, okay, you're
Yeah.
supposed to put the brackets and then put this on the side. You have to take away what doesn't make you happy.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
familiar with that from Netflix, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, with time scheduling, there's a really lot of concept and a lot of types of scheduling, and we people have different time scheduling systems, right? And I guess we have to adapt when it comes to time scheduling. So, yeah.
That's true. Adapting, time scheduling actually also matters to like your friend, your peers, your friends, your coworkers, classmates, because like what I said, everybody has their own time. So you really can't expect someone to like do this something right away because you can do
Yeah.
it. Nah, bro, you can't do it right. They can't do it like that. So I guess with also personal, like my own time, I should also think about their time. Like, yeah, like
Yeah.
I know you sleep at 12 midnight, so okay, let's just talk
Yeah.
about it tomorrow. Like those
Yeah,
things.
yeah. We have to consider other people too. So, yeah.
Yes, and at the same time, that goes with events as well. Honestly, like you can't make a 5 hour, like 10 hour event and ask one host to do it, bro. That's
Yeah,
stressful.
super, bro. Oh yeah, speaking of host, I remember you hosting events for
Oh,
FE Alabang. So, I'm interested to know, how did you get into hosting? What started it?
well, actually, bro, if you could actually notice how I speak, I actually have a lisp. Like, I really have a problem with my tongue. I have
Mhm.
this, my frenulum is quite short. So it makes me unable to say some words like letter S, letter L. Like, sometimes it's really difficult. So that E, like, wait, besides that, people used to call me bulol, ngongo, those
With the
derogatory terms.
criticisms, yeah.
Yeah, criticism. So with that thought, and like me getting fond with English than Filipino before,
Mhm.
I think that pushed me to like talk a lot, and with talking a lot led me to people getting me for a hosting gig for school,
Yeah.
and I'm
Okay.
thankful for that. If Miss Christine and I forgot her name. Wait, hold on. I believe her name was Miss Justin, and Miss Christine. I'm thankful for them. Hello.
Okay. Oh, so despite the criticisms, you went and practiced so until you develop a great voice right now in a
No,
speech.
it's not
No,
great. It's not
no,
great.
it's great
Oh,
compared
thanks, man.
to me, bro.
No, no.
So
You have a great voice, man. Come on.
yeah, well, thank you. But even though, despite all the criticisms, you still develop and you didn't have any. You had the courage to step up and not dwell in self doubt. So
That's true.
yeah,
Because let's connect that to hosting. Self-doubt and people talking about you, like talking bad about you. It's actually
yeah.
one of the elements in part of hosting. There's this thing we call no dead air. You know what I'm saying? No dead air. So no dead air means you gotta keep talking whatever, whenever, or even the randomest thing you can bring up, you have to talk about it because there should be someone talking throughout the duration. So the concept of dead air, I like, and how we're speaking right now, is not just centered on conversation wise and live sessions, but also the fact of accepting criticisms and at the same time, people bringing you down and everything. Because when people say something, a host should always have an answer, regardless if it's a question, regardless if it's also an answer, because a host is not only a what do you call it, who's person who speaks, but also a person who listens.
Yeah.
So I can hear you guys saying ngongo, bulol, or whatever. I got an answer for you. What's up, Tamaras? So it's basically just keep on doing it. Like no dead air. Whatever you hear, just keep on going. No dead
Yeah.
air.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's a great concept, man. I'll take note of that. No dead air. Okay. Thank you for that.
Yes, bro. Thanks
Okay.
to.
Okay, so I would like to ask you for advice.
Oh,
What would be your advice for people who are dwelling in self-doubt?
self doubt. Okay. In terms of self doubt, like people have different takes on how, like they have different takes on how they like take this in, like how they like how they feel after hearing this. But honestly, having this sense of self doubt is just okay. Like if you're having this feeling like I can't do this, I can't do that, I'm not like this, I'm not like that. It's okay. We get it. It's okay. And because that's okay, because we know that one day you'll be able to overcome that, or rather fight through that, because overcoming is different from fighting. So with the thoughts of self doubt, that just has a time. So if this time, like let's say from this duration you're having this sense of self-doubt, we are sure that after this long period, that self-doubt would be definitely not, like would you just take that away.
Yeah.
Because what fuels us to actually get out of this is the thing itself, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
if you're feeling that, it's okay. Just stay there, buddy. Hang in there. Hang in there. It's okay. Take your time until you actually feel like you're ready for the next chapter. Because by the time you overcome or fight through that wall that's blocking you, you'll just look back and say, "Pfeh, that's just self doubt,"
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
wait, but that doesn't mean that it's small. It really
Yeah.
matters. Like it's like it really happens to a lot of people, and at the same time, it really affects the people's the way they move and how they act and everything. But trust me, just give it a little time, because everybody has their own sense of time, and at the same time, they all have their own faces.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. So with that difficulty, you can grow over it, right?
Yes, bro. And with growth, it actually has this correlation to how. Hold on. Okay, so with that correlation of how growth works, no, bro, I should actually connect these to how seeds work. You know how seeds, when you plant like a tree, when you plant a tree, it starts with a seed. So when
Yeah.
you plant the seed, it just continues to sprout and grow and grow and grow, and it would definitely break through any surface that surrounds it.
Yeah.
If you're familiar with like the city trees, like the trees you find in the city, like in the sidewalks, it's literally block, it's like literally breaking each part of the sidewalk there, and
Yeah,
nobody's
the
noticing it,
cement,
right?
yeah, the road, yeah.
Yeah. So it just penetrates everything that blocks its way, and that goes with the growth of oneself. Because the growth of oneself, like it does not, like the only thing that could stop it was it's definitely just you, right? So
Yeah.
right? So example, I like want to do this. I want to do this and I learn it, I'll grow. But example, I want to do this, but I want to learn this, but I don't want to do it. How would you grow? So
Yeah.
you just stay there. But if example, I want to do this and I want to do this and I want to learn this, but somebody like stops me like, yo, hold up there. I can still find ways, right? I can still find ways to actually overcome that or like pass through that barrier that's blocking my way to self growth. And with growth does not just come a single seed, because growth, like us, all of us, how we grow, each and every one of us has more than just one. You can plant seeds here, and you can plant seeds here in art. You can plant seeds here in speaking. You have plant seeds here for business. So it's people have their own set of trees, like they have their own farm, they have their own trees to grow, and each and every one of those trees would definitely have something blocking its way, but with the right time to water them, at the same time giving them enough attention, or what they say sunlight, would definitely progress, and you just see them grow, 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 grow.
Yeah, that's a great concept, bro. I mean, I love that.
Thanks, man.
We are not tied to only one seed, right?
Mhm.
So it's better. I guess it's better to invest or plant a seed, as you said, on a lot of things, and as you somehow practice over time, you would see that you got a whole forest of skill set, knowledge. So yeah, I mean that's great, bro.
Thanks, man. And bro, when you mentioned about investing,
Mm-hmm.
if you would notice, like we would like, I would like to connect this from the first topic we had about leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Investing something is not like usually money. It's not just that. It's like not just money or a business or something. One of the greatest investment someone could have is actually oneself, right?
Yeah, that
So
is true, bro.
if you would take care of yourself, how would you take care of yourself? How would you make this self grow? And
Yeah.
with that, no, with that sense of having yourself like as one of the top priorities for investment, like in terms of all aspects, that also comes the trait of empathy, like we were talking about, that you should not just invest in yourself but also invest in the people around you, because
Mm.
if you have faith on them, if you believe in them, you would not use them, you would invest on them. Like,
Yeah.
I'm giving you this because I want you to learn this and I want you to grow, blah 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 blah, and everything follows. More trees will happen, bro.
Yeah. And with that kind of mindset, I guess we would have a better world, right?
Yeah, bro, rainbows,
Yeah. And
unicorns.
yeah, and as you said, investing is not really tied to financial matters. We can invest in ourselves, just like you said, in ourselves, and we could invest in our mind, our knowledge, right? We could invest in books, we could invest in seminars or workshops. So it's not really tied to financial matters. We could literally invest in other people, right? And in
Also in
ourselves.
time. You can also invest in time.
How?
Making the most, like, example, you feel like you want to do something, make time for
Mm-hmm.
it. That's investment.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah. Okay. So we've been talking for 40 minutes.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh. Time is fast when you enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah. So
Talking. I love talking.
yeah. Is there any more questions that you want to talk about, or is there any more topics that you want to talk about?
Actually, I would like to talk about like this, like you mentioned about earlier, like you were saying hosting and everything.
Yeah.
I just want to like spit it out like to those who actually like wish to, like, they speak on being a host as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mentioned earlier, one a host is not just a speaker. Like, he doesn't just speak; he also listens. So, to if also you, buddy, like all of us, like we all want to speak. One of the best ways you could actually you know be able to be a host who knows what he's doing or she's or they're doing is by always ending the statement with a question, honestly, because
Oh,
because
okay.
it's better. It's actually, like, honestly, it's better to ask than to just guess what's happening. To be honest, like, if
Yeah,
you're
that
gonna
is
look around,
true.
like, right? So,
Yeah.
like, why would you guess what how this person would feel? So you really have to know how to ask questions. So it's like, for example, you and I are talking. Like, I ask you a question. What's your name? They're gonna tell me Edwin Saulog, the third, right? The third, the
The
fourth,
fourth, the fourth.
the fourth. Then how would I continue that? So maybe you can go like, oh, that's a nice name. So how many are you in the how many Edwins are there in the family? So it's something like that.
Yeah.
There should always be a question at the end. That you just
Yeah.
guess, like, for example, you tell me that your name is Edwin Saulog the fourth, and I'll say, oh, so you're four in the family? No, maybe not, right? So you have
Yeah.
to really ask a
Ask.
lot,
Yeah,
ask.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, on that particular topic, I really had a hard time with that when I started podcasting because I was before podcasting. I'm a really introvert person. I don't really converse with other people, right? And starting podcasting is a game changer for me. It's like I'm literally walking into a realm of undiscovered world, right? So I really had a hard time with that, and with each episode, with each podcast session that I have, it feels like I am investing in my skills, and I'm gradually improving my communication skills. So I guess with practice, you could somehow become great in the future. So yeah.
That's true, bro. Proud of you, man. Very proud of you.
Thank you, thank you. And yeah, I mean, I have a fear with public speaking, to be honest. And this is my way of overcoming that fear, public speaking. And if there is a chance of me having the opportunity to host, I will gladly take it now. But if you offered me that opportunity before, I wouldn't take it because I would be dwelling in self-doubt and fear. So I guess once you practice something, it changes your mindset and thinking. Yeah.
That's true, bro. And I'm really happy for your progress. Like from every episode, from every hour that you spend here in this podcast. And how many episodes have you been actually? Like, if I may
Uh
ask.
you're the tenth.
Wow. See, 10 hours of investment, and I'm speaking to probably one of the Philippines most famous podcasters in the future, bro. That's something I
Thank you,
would like to
bro.
see. And imagine you having like this actual line of sushi brownies and it has your face on it, bro. Bro, I hope you won't forget me, bro.
I wouldn't, bro. So yeah, I mean, I'm really. Oh, I would like to express my gratitude towards you for
Thanks,
becoming our
man.
president in our club,
Oh,
because you really had a great contribution to my growth also, because you believed in me and you always support me even if I did mistakes. So I'm really grateful for you.
I'm also thankful for you, man. But I just want to let you know that I did not believed. I still continue to believe in you up to this point, bro. So it's
Thank you,
not.
bro.
I still continue to believe you. Okay, so just keep doing what you're doing, man. You're doing great. And
Yeah.
like what I said, if you have an idea of what you want to do, if you can make it work, you got
Go
it,
get
bro.
it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's wrap it up.
Sure, man. Take it away.
Okay. So thank you very much for your time, bro. And I really hope that you enjoyed our podcast session.
Definitely did.
Okay, so hey guys, if you want to support, oh, what's the name again? Sorry, what's the name
Oh,
again?
okay. If you would like to support one of my works for like along with the performing artists, you can check out Soya Channel. It's SOYA and channel. Um, opposite of iOS. It's
Oh,
where we are a page of call out. We're a group of artists who aim to express like our talents, showcase our talents, and also the people like around us, their talents through the means of live streaming, and with live streaming comes our charities. And at the same time, I would also like to shout out one of my organizations here in FEU. If one of the marketing student marketing organizations, Tambayan TV. You could check out one of my compositions there. There's Tuloy Pa Rin ang Pasko and the Tambayan TV official theme song. You can check it out there. And likewise with the people around me, like in the artist archives, there they are. So big shout out, check it out.
okay. So I'll put everything in the description box, and if you're interested in viewing it, check it out, and I think it's gonna be worth it. So yeah, I mean, thank you guys, and have a great day.